Hi everyone, Ayriak here, and as you can hear, I'm finally back in action. That is assuming that action equates to commentary, and commentary equates to activity. Before I get started on what updates you'll be seeing on my channel in the coming days, weeks, and months, I just want to take a moment to go over a couple of other things. The first being the subscriber milestones that have been hit in the past few months or so. To each and every person that contributed towards that count of nearly 12,000 subscribers that I now have, thank you. I do apologise for not having uploaded a 10,000 subscriber special video. It was something I had thought about doing at the time, but due to time constraints and having such a busy schedule, by the time I was ready to put something worthwhile together, it seemed a little bit late to be releasing a 10,000 subscriber special. The second thing being very similar to the first, and that is the view milestones that have been reached in the last year or so. During my Dark Souls 1 quality Pyromancer playthrough, I believe I was approaching 1 million views. Since then, the 1 million view milestone has been reached another 3 times. This was something I wasn't paying as much attention to during my 6-month stint away from uploading, but I feel that it should be recognised and addressed anyway. So again, to everyone who contributed towards the nearly 4.5 million view count I currently have on my channel, whether you liked or disliked the video in question, thank you. For this video, I did initially have plans on going out and recording some footage at my local rock pools, but because of miserable weather, I had to scrap that idea. It was a little disappointing, as it would have been nice to share with everyone the sorts of place I live, and the peaceful kind of atmosphere I get to enjoy when I'm not working. Instead, I opted for some Dark Souls 3 PvP, which, as you will have noticed up to this point, is a lot of running around trying to locate the host. Kind of fitting considering this video has come later than it should have, much like how late I'm going to be to the PvP party that'll be taking place before long. Now to address some of the things I've been working on. A lot of it has been testing and experimenting with the online aspect of Dark Souls 3. Covenants to be more precise. I'm currently testing a lot of different level ranges, weapon upgrade ranges, Estus Flask upgrades, both number of uses and upgrade level, and which areas seem to have the most activity for each Covenant. It might not sound like much work, but when looking for the most reliable overall statistics, it's a lot more work than it sounds. As an example, I had initially thought the most efficient way of quickly collecting 30 sunlight medals was to fight Vort of the Boreal Valley with a level range of 10 to 21 with a +2 weapon. However, depending on the time of day, I noticed that some players were summoning me in to fight the Dancer, whereas others were summoning me for Vort. Because of how inconsistent the boss I was being summoned for was, I decided to move to another area. I found that the Curse Rotted Greatwood was a much more reliable boss to be summoned for at level 25, with weapon upgrades ranging from +2 to +4. What led me to this conclusion was, the summons were happening extremely quickly, sometimes several seconds after dropping my sign, and despite the Curse Rotted Greatwood having so much more HP than Vort, by leaving my sign outside the boss room, 9 times out of 10, it was an immediate boss encounter. Unlike being summoned outside of the Vort boss room, where you could potentially be fighting the Dancer, and very likely going away from the multiplayer session without a sunlight medal. Anyway, A few things I'd like to quickly touch on before ending the commentary, and leaving you to enjoy my fashionably late entrance to the party, is Sultan's Sanctuary, Hermit's Hour of Power for Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 3 content, and Twitter. For Sultan's Sanctuary, I'm sure I will return to playing this eventually. However, I don't really have any plans in place for what I'll do exactly. I apologise if you were hoping for some kind of announcement on this, but honestly, I really don't know when I'll be picking the game back up, and what I'll be doing with it. As for Hermit's Hour of Power, at this point it could be considered finished. I had left it open for one final hour in which a Divine +9 weapon could be obtained, so that could be a possibility at some point down the track. As it stands though, I do feel like I covered most of what I wanted to, so I'll just say that's been put on hiatus for an extended period. For Dark Souls 3 content, I'll very likely be uploading PvP for the most part, at least until I've come up with some solid and reliable statistics for the Covenants I mentioned before. I'm not going to rule anything out here though, as one day I could decide to start uploading a full playthrough to accompany any PvP matches that are uploaded too. As for Twitter, this is something I have started actually using regularly, and posting updates on for what I'm currently planning, or ideas that I may have. On the odd occasion, I upload pictures and screenshots of interesting things I see. Whether it's a chance encounter in Dark Souls 3 with players role-playing as pacifist Gandhi, or just day-to-day things that strike me as amusing. I'll leave a link to my Twitter in the description, and if you're interested in getting updates on what I'll be doing, feel free to follow me on there. Or you can just wait until the video is uploaded on YouTube. Either way. With all of that said, I'll leave you to the rest of the video. Thank you to all of those who have subscribed, liked, or even viewed one of my videos. It all counts, and it has all helped my channel grow. Here's to hoping it continues to grow, and you continue to be entertained, or at the very least, amused by the content being uploaded. Cheers everyone.